Hi guys, welcome to another session on Protector. My name is Karanveer Singh. So guys, let's have a quick recap of what we did in the previous video. So in the previous video, we understood config.ts file and we had also created tsconfig file, right? Let's see what we are going to cover in this video. So guys, in this video, let's understand POM, also known as page object model. So what I'll do is I'll quickly open Paint and let's understand what is page object model. So guys, page object model is basically a framework or an architecture. So let's understand how can we achieve page object model in Protector. Right, so I'll be using Paint and let's see. So guys, if we talk about any of the web app, right, or any web application that we are about to automate, there are different pages. And what POM means is treating each page as a single object, as the name suggests, right? Page object model, treating each page as an individual object. Now in that each page we have multiple things, like we can say we have, I'll just write it down as well, right? We have a feature file. We have a feature file, right? The file in Cucumber where we write all the scenarios, right? Then we have the step file. So step file is basically the file which gets converted from feature file, right? And then we have the code that we write. So these are the three main things that we have, right? Which are present with us. So now let's see how we can achieve POM in Protector. So I'll just quickly open Amazon alongside this so that we understand each and everything. So what I've done is I've opened Amazon and let us consider now this is a login page, right? This is a login page and this is a home page. Both of these pages are treated as an individual page. Let's also try and understand what we are going to achieve through POM and what are the benefits of POM. So guys, as we know that home page and login page are two different pages, right? So there are many things which are present on home page, right? You can see that we have this section to select some items, we have this section to search, we have this section for different items, right, which we can directly navigate. Like if I want to open mobiles, I can just click here. Similarly, if I talk about login page, it in itself has some different components, like there is an input box, then there's a continue button, there's another button which says create your account. So there are multiple things and multiple flows present on both the pages. So in POM, what we do is we treat each page individually. Like if I have to treat this page, now this is my page and let me name it as home page. Now let me create one more page and we'll name it as, let's say, login page. Right, so guys, we'll create feature file. Let me just select it. Feature file for home page separately, feature file for login page separately. We'll treat these two as two different entities. Similarly, step file of login page would be different, right? Step file for login, home page and login page would be different. Similarly, if we talk about code for home page, that would be different, right? And code for login page would be different. Now, if we talk about code, guys, code can further be divided into two parts. And let me just try doing it. Please forgive me for my drawing skills. I'm not good at drawing that much, but let's try, right? So if we talk about code has further two things, right? So let me just select this and we have elements, right? One thing is the elements. If I talk about home page, mobile, this is an element. Search box, this is an element. This button, this is an element. So all these things are elements, right? One is elements, other is, let's say, code, script code, that we will write, right? Like any action performed, like browser.click here or browser.click on element, send keys on element. So we have further two things like this. We have elements and we have script code. Similarly, these things will remain separate for both of them. We'll keep them. I'll just copy paste it here. And what do we mean? We'll have elements separate for home page and elements separate for login page. Now guys, we will denote elements with an extension. Let me just write it here. homepage.po.ts. That means home page objects.ts. This is what we are going to write, right? And similarly, if we talk about script, what we'll write is, I'll say home page dot helper, and let me just bring this little this side, dot ts. So guys, ts is because we are writing it in TypeScript, so that is why we will always be mentioning it in dot ts. And similarly over here, if we talk about login page, we'll say login page dot po.ts for page objects, right? All the page objects will be listed as po.ts, and if we talk about script, we'll say it as helper. Forgive me for my drawing, right? Login page dot helper dot ts. So everything that we are going to write which is related to any action performed will fall under login page dot helper dot ts, right? Let me just draw another line and a little smaller one. Yep, right? So the elements will be present in po.ts. The code that we have to write will be present in helper class. So now let's just go back to Visual Studio Code and let's understand. So guys, if you remember in the session of Cucumber, we created two separate files. Login file was a separate one, home page was a separate one. So we are keeping all the feature files at a single place, but varying with the functionality, like login page is kept separately, home page is kept separately. Similarly, definition page has home page separately, login page separately. But then now we are going to change it a little bit, right? Now we are going to follow POM and we are going to create it in that way. So what I'll do is I'll create a folder which is named as, and I'll name it as login page, right? I've created a folder named as login page. Inside this folder, I'll create another folder and I'll create it as name of feature. One more folder and I'll name it as step underscore definitions. And let me create one more. Oh, okay. Let me create one more and I'll say it as helper, right? So okay, I'm not sure, let me just verify. Okay, so yep, it created in a wrong way. Let me just, okay, let's do one thing, let's delete this and create it once again. So what happened is it has created inside it, right? So inside feature, I'll just, what I'll do is I'll not create a new one, but I'll move login feature into feature, right? So okay, so let's create one more folder with the name of step definitions. Yep. So feature is under feature, and what I'll do is I'll move login step into step definition. Right, so under login page I'll create one more folder and I'll name it as helper, and I'll create a new file and I'll say login page.po.ts. So guys, I'm going to keep my helper file and my PO file under this helper folder. So I'll create one more file under this and I'll say login page dot helper, dot helper dot ts. Right, so my code and my elements will remain in single folder. My feature file for login page will remain under feature, and my step definition will lie under step definition. And I'll minimize this, and what I'll do is I'll create one more folder, okay, not inside login but inside source. So I'll click on source, I'll do this, and I'll say home page. So guys, we used camel casing, but then it is preferred to use underscore. And what I'll do is I'll move this feature folder here so that I have this, and I'll also move step folder here. Right, so we collapse everything, and let's now try and understand how the folder structure has been created for us. Right, I'll collapse everything. So the main folder we have is src, which is source. I open this source, I have home page. I have this feature file which is of home page. I have home page step definitions, and what I'll do is I'll quickly add a helper file as well, helper.ts. Not a ts, it is a folder. So I'll just create it as helper and I'll add a file here. I'll name it as homepage.po.ts, and under helper I'll create another file. I'll say homepage.helper.ts. So now my code remains in this, right? My elements remain in the PO file, and my step file remains under step definition, feature file under features, right? So now we'll collapse them all, and now let's understand once again the folder structure. So I have src here, I have home page and login page. These are the two pages that we've written the feature files for up till now. I open expand home page, I can see features, helper, step definitions. Similarly, login, I can see feature, helper, step definition. Right, now further files are contained in the further folders. So guys, POM is not just about folder structure, right? It is also about handling the objects. That means whenever I'm moving from login page to, okay, let me use, okay, yep, so let's use this arrow. Whenever I'm moving, okay, my bad, wrong arrow. Whenever we are moving from login page to home page, whenever we are navigating, so it is not just that I would be just, you know, shifting from one page to another. No, POM is not just about folder structure. POM also says whenever you are being navigated from one page to another, you return the reference of the next page, right? From the current page, you return the reference of your next page. That means whenever I'll be navigated from login page to home page, I'll have to return a reference of home page. How can that be done? I'll just explain you briefly. We'll understand this in a lot more details when we start with the scripting part of our framework, right? So we'll just briefly understand how can we give the reference of next page. So whenever I'll successfully log in, I'll just add a statement that would be return home page helper, right? So in the helper class of home page, right, I'll give a class name, and that class name will come here, right? So let me not write like this. Let me just write home page class name, right? So what I'll do is whenever I have logged in successfully, I'll give the I'll give the reference of the next page. Similarly, from home page, if I'm navigating to the next page, right, let's say the search item page, so then in that case what I'll do is whenever I do this, I'll give the reference of next page, right? So what I'll do whenever I'm navigated successfully from home page to search page, so I'll give the reference of next page, that is return search page class name, right? So I'll return the class name of next page. So this is what exactly POM is all about, right? Giving the reference of the next page as well, so that it knows from where the navigation have started and to where it goes. So this is also known as page chaining model, right? We are chaining the pages from one page to another page. We are chaining them to the next one. So this is called as page chaining model. So this is all guys for POM. I hope you found it interesting, right? I hope it helps you guys. So POM is not just about a folder structure, right? Or let's say maintaining the elements or creating the elements repository. It is a lot more, right? We are giving the references of the page as well. So I hope you enjoyed the session, guys. Thank you so much.